The All About Nothing podcast may have language and content
that isn't appropriate for some.
Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, Nothingers, to another episode of the All About Nothing podcast. I am Barrett Gruber.
I'm Zach King.
All right. Welcome, Zach. I hope you've had it's only Wednesday, I guess, so I hope you've had a good week.
I'm off tomorrow. Got an anatomy scan. Going to look for 20 fingers, 20 toes on these twinsies.
Oh, I didn't realize you weren't. I guess you haven't done a count on all of the digits yet.
No, and it's going to be 4 hours of just like, what is that? I don't know. Could be a finger.
Could be. All right.
News is your kid's got 5 eyes. I don't think you counted that right, dude.
Please subscribe and share the show. That's how we get new listeners. Also, if you could, please consider supporting the show financially by visiting our website and clicking on the support link. If you can't do that, drop us a review, hit the 5 stars, give us a thumbs up, or leave a comment. All of that helps drive us up higher in all of these podcast show ratings. We're going to introduce our guest here in just a second. I want to thank Michelle Brandt, third vice chair of the South Carolina Democratic Party, as well as candidate for South Carolina House 113 seat. Her special election is coming up on January 21st. You can check out our website, https. I don't know why I just said that. If you put it on,
continue.
Burgundy will read it.
/
MichelleForSC.com. That's Michelle, FORSC.com. Check it out. You can make donations there, as well as always find out information on her platform and everything like that. So again, the special election is coming up on January 21st. Check your voter registration. If you're in that House seat, District 113, you can do that over at theallaboutnothing.com/voter. I think it's voter or voters. I don't know. Try both. It'll work.
Votee.
Yeah. Also, real quick, before we get into the program and introduce our guest, I want to let everyone know this is ZJZ Designs, Eddie the Elf. You can get them over at zjzdesigns.com. Now, I know that by the time you're seeing this, unless you're watching it right now, the likelihood is that you can't order this shirt before Christmas, but you can order for next Christmas.
I got the underwear. It was fantastic.
Terrific. That's awesome.
It's just his face right on the front.
That's awkwardly placed. It's the end of the year, and that means New Year's parties and events. Why not visit ZJZ Designs and order one of the epic prints available now? Show up at your New Year's function in style with one of the new festive prints. ZJZdesigns.com. You can ring in the new year in style. ZJZdesigns.com. Check it out. All right. I'm going to quickly introduce our guest, but because this is my first time meeting him and I have no information about him, this is going to be as generic as possible with a lot of assumptions. Well, not a lot, a few.
I brought a saboteur
this week. Our guest is a person whom identifies as they wish. He knows Zach outside of the podcast and currently is ranked in the top 330 million citizens in the United States. For more information, I'm going to turn it to Zach to tell us about Stephen Summerlin.
This is my buddy Steve. We went to high school together. Stephen is a Gamecock and Hawkeyes fan, and I love the Gamehawks moniker. It's fantastic. We've known each other for years. We've had awesome conversations, and he has awesome takes. Follow him on his Facebook. I'll let him plug all that. Any social media, TikTok, he has fantastic TikToks. A personality. He is the man, Stephen Summerlin.
Thank you, Zach.
Welcome, Stephen.
Welcome. Thank y'all for having me. As Zach said, I am a bit of a college football aficionado. That is my thing. Been going to games since I was about 5 years old. I've been to most of the Big Ten stadiums. I've been to I'm up to 4 SEC and 3 ACC stadiums. And yeah, I've known Zach for years. Enjoy shooting the shit with him. He's a good dude, and I'm glad y'all brought me on. I appreciate it. Thank y'all.
Well, now I'm questioning your judgment because you said good dude, and Zach has potential. There's a lot of potential. So
well, let me drive the boat.
Throw out the superlatives when you can.
Well, welcome, Stephen. Have you listened to the podcast before,
I have.
or is this your first dive? Okay, well, good. So you know that the likelihood is we're probably not going to find much of a steering current, that we're going to be all over the lake.
That's what I like.
Yeah. Hand signals also are great for an audio medium.
I generally try. They work perfect. But I'll continue to keep trying to run my big mouth. I got y'all. What do I do with these hands?
That's good. Yeah, no worries.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I have to
Car
do
ran
that.
good.
So this is our last episode of the year. This episode is going to come out right before Christmas. So happy holidays to everyone. I hope that everyone has a safe holiday, and that if you're listening to this at Christmas, turn it up loud, because I'm hoping that we're going to offend some of your relatives.
But we can give Stephen the all about nothing test real quick.
Ooh,
All right, you go.
Stephen, Donald Trump, awesome that he got reelected.
oh yeah, so great. It's the best. It is. I get up every morning. I drink raw milk to start my day. I then get up and I check my crypto stocks, and generally then get a good hour in of Jordan Peterson. It's a highlight of my day. I really love it. I would recommend that, and then
because to me it feels like taking razor blade shits every morning.
I mean, it generally does.
Yeah.
It's like trying to have
Well,
sexual relations with a porcupine. It's great.
Yeah, it offends the palate is really what it does, and
Yeah.
Clockwork Orange.
we're here for it.
I like the way Steve put it.
It's like sex with a porcupine.
It's a whole lot of screaming.
Ow.
I promise.
A
Doc.
lot of people telling you no.
I felt
That's
bored,
right.
Doc. I promise. These quills got there for a
Well, yeah,
reason.
but but it's not the right people telling you no, right? It's some of the wrong people are telling you yes.
Yeah.
The same people that murdered
that's-
Barrett
You
for
should
that
get
guy.
in that porcupine a little more.
Well, I'm not gonna get that
Yeah.
pork. I'm pounding real deep.
Well, so,
Back in '92, I got the biggest porcupine in the state of Utah, and I brought it home for my kids to eat for Thanksgiving.
So being that it is the end of the year, this is the last episode. This is the last actually recorded episode that we're going to do before the end of the year. Stephen is coming on because, as we have mentioned before, Zach is having twins, and Zach
Congrats.
is going to find some available time. Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Very exciting. But Zach is going to find some time away from the podcast because he's going to have a handful. He and his wife are going to be inundated with. You know what? This brings up a question. Actually, now that I think about it, Zach, cloth diapers, or are y'all just getting the throw?
Well, we air it out and just pick it up from wherever it goes.
Okay, all right. We did cloth diapering, and it was it was in the end it actually did come out to be less expensive.
Well, luckily, I have a just war chest of diapers right now from everybody who's been pre-buying diapers for us.
That's good.
So I don't know. Once that runs out, and if the streak continues, literally and illiterally, it's gonna be fucking great. I'm not gonna do cloth diapers. I'll tell you that right now.
Not going to. Okay.
I'll just be like, their belly's rattling. Let's hover them over the toilet.
So one of the awkward things was when we were doing cloth diapers, when people would come over to visit the house, was in the bathroom downstairs. We had the cloth diaper faucet, which was attached to the toilet. So when a cloth diaper was soiled, you would spray it off into the toilet. I don't know if everyone knew that it was only for cloth diapers, or if they thought, oh, well, that's awkward. This handle is really movable. This isn't a bidet.
Why is there shit on this
That was
thing?
my question.
I gotta
Was
use
it
it.
like a bidet?
Yeah. It wasn't in the right place.
Sucks.
It was called a babe day.
Yeah.
You hold the baby, and it just squirts it right.
But I will say that the cloth diapers, we it's a water faucet for people to drink while they're sitting on the toilet.
Got him, Thirsty.
I want to say that was before TikTok, so there wasn't a whole lot of excuse for sitting on the toilet that long.
Did that?
There's always.
Did that not turn into a Gallagher show at some point?
Not for us.
How does your washing machine?
No.
I don't know what I'm going to do, Barrett. At this point, exactly. The washing machine shot itself. We had to get another one. I'm just hanging on to the sanity that I have. I'm looking forward to the time off of work.
Yeah.
So they gave us like 4 weeks paid paternity leave. Me,
Great.
and I was like,
Nice.
all right, this is going to be better than work. Kind of makes you go at the end of the day like, what did they do to us? I'd rather take care of 2 twins for 4 weeks than go to work. So
there might come a point where when we had the twins, I did plan on, so we didn't, my company didn't offer paternity leave. So the company that I was working for at the time. So when the girls were born, I had banked up about 6 weeks of leave time.
Nice.
And after 2 weeks, they were already asking me to come back to work.
No.
So I came back to work for half days for the first 2 weeks, and then but we had pretty much gotten it under control, so it wasn't a huge issue. But and we had so many people coming in and out helping and such, so it wasn't. It was almost easier, but there wasn't a whole lot of sleep. That's right, for sure.
I've had that moment with my 4-year-old when she was like 6, maybe a little less than 6 months old, where I'm trying to get her to go to sleep in this very room, rocking her in that chair. And I'm like, it's 3:00 in the morning. I'm going to kill myself if you don't go to sleep. And she just looks at you and smiles. And I was like, this is the only time that's never helped me. It's only infuriating me more. It was literally like my breaking point. Like, you're so fucking cute, but that is exactly what I don't need right now.
Yeah.
I need you to sleep. Like, that was my breaking point. And after that, I was like, this is how it is. This is never going to change.
Y'all boys enjoy that.
That's exactly.
Yeah, Stephen is great. You should have 5. Yeah. I'm having 3. Like, I'm sure 5 is better than 3.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do it at once. I wouldn't do it all at once. That would be...
I'm at that point in my life where I'm content on just giving my sister. Sorry, guys. I was just saying I was content on just giving my sister the loudest presents possible for my niece and nephew. That is where I'm at with
there you go. Yeah,
that's always helpful.
Do the uncle life. Do the uncle stuff.
Yeah, I'm
do it like
crazy drunk one. Yeah,
nice.
You're a drunkle. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So as this is the last episode of the last recorded episode that we're going to do before the end of the year, we kind of wanted to do a recap on what some of the biggest events of 2024 are. And I don't know that everyone, I know I pulled together a list and Zach pulled together a list. Stephen, if you have a list, that's fantastic. I don't know how many we'll get through because I think every one of them will spur some sort of a conversation. But if I guess we were going to roll for initiative on this, but I'm going to pull the age rank and I'm going to go first.
That works.
All right, 3D printed this thing for nothing, I guess.
Exactly. All right, so
everybody could roll. I could just.
All right, well, go ahead. So Zach, roll for me. 18.
That's gonna be hard to beat.
It's gonna be hard to beat.
Steve, it's your turn.
Hard to beat.
Come on, nat 20.
Oh, 17.
So close.
Oh, sorry, it fell down.
Oh, look, it's a nat 20. Oh yeah, crazy. How'd that work?
All right, Zach, you get to go first. Let's go, Zach.
All right, so with my stories, I think the one that Donald Trump found guilty on 34 felonies.
Yeah,
they don't matter apparently, but guilty.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, it was a state trial, state of New York that really it's made it super difficult for him to ever have a business in the state of New York ever again.
Yep.
In fact, I think because he saw the writing on the wall, he pulled out pretty much of everything except for some hotels and office space and apartment space, which, this is one of those situations where even this week we had news about these 34 convictions because it was decided by the Supreme Court this week that there was not presidential immunity in the business dealings and the subversion that was attempted with the Stormy Daniels hush money payment, which means that the court can, Judge Merchan specifically, the judge in the case, can actually render a sentence on Donald Trump that will be withheld until Donald Trump leaves office in 2029 or whenever that actually happens. So
we could, in fact, pour concrete over his casket if he dies in office.
Yeah, bury him in Rikers. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll chip it off when your sentence is done.
But even so, my suspicion is that the likelihood is that while Donald Trump is president, that he will likely somehow get this appealed out of the state's hands and into the federal hands of the Supreme Court, where they will probably render any decisions completely moot, because they will give him they'll give him a pass. He'll on an appeal, he will probably get let off for this.
Yeah.
The
fact that he could go to the Supreme Court and be like, Brett, I'll boof you better than Ski ever did. I just need you to roll in my favor.
I would just like to point out, at this point, but isn't it a states' rights issue a little bit here? Like, that's the big Republican call on abortion is states' rights. It's like, well, it's the state making the decision here. Mm-hmm. You want the federal government involved? Like,
yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. And
let's hold the feet to those coals. I'd love to see it.
You can't spell Republican without hypocrite. So it's the likelihood is that he will have his court hearing, or he'll have his day in court in front of the Supreme Court specifically for these 34 convictions. They will on an appeal ruling, they will probably let him off for it. But regardless, it doesn't matter. His conviction will always hold. He will still be the only president ever elected to office and hold office as a 34-time convicted felon. That is always going to be a fact. It doesn't matter if it's appealed and he wins on appeal. It doesn't matter if the governor of New York decided to give him immunity, or not immunity, but were to immune his sentence or whatever. Like he'll always be a convicted felon. That's it.
Yeah.
Like,
and we're gonna need like a 9/11 type commission for his fucking stink that he's put like all the White House staffers through. They're like 30 years later, they're gonna be like, you say Trump fart, I fucking smell it. It's still here. Like he's just, whoever's president's next is just gonna be like, it still smells. I said, can I go anywhere else? And they're like, you actually have to stay here.
Yeah, but Michelle's first day is just
they put linoleum down in the Oval Office. Exactly. Yeah.
100%.
You ever thought of fucking hardwood? Jesus Christ.
Well,
blue carpet.
I am going to stay on the Trump train on this one, and my I guess the biggest story of 2024 for me was that Donald Trump won the 2024 presidential election.
Yeah.
And basically just a quick synopsis: if somehow you were living under a rock and can't check back into that Airbnb, in a dramatic and historic political comeback, Donald Trump became only the second U.S. president to serve non-consecutive terms, joining Grover Cleveland. Trump's victory over Vice President Kamala Harris was marked by a strong showing in battleground states like Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, securing 312 presidential electoral votes. Republicans also gained control of the Senate, paving the way for Trump's ambitious policy agenda. The election highlighted sharp divisions in the country, with issues like the economy, immigration, and national security dominating the debates. Meanwhile, voter turnout reached record levels, showcasing a deeply engaged and polarized electorate. The House remains a battleground with several key races still undecided. So I ask you fellas, what the fuck?
Did anyone else stand on their front porch when they won and just looked out across the humanity that was closest and be like, you dumb fucks, you stupid assholes. Just like you ruined it. Like you fucking ruined it.
It is
PTSD
it's
for
still,
sure.
There is still... Yeah, there's still so much though that's in question about some of the elections. Lori King, who is a friend of the show, she and her son Cole live in Missouri. She sent me a TikTok this morning of a girl that went through 50 of the North Carolina counties, and I've already reshared it on my TikTok. But basically, she went through all of the 50 counties, and the discrepancies of the number of people that voted for the governor's race for the Democrat who won, Stein, versus the number of people who voted for Kamala Harris. And then in the same sense, like the reverse was true of the individuals that voted for Trump in North Carolina, but didn't vote for, I don't know, I can't remember his name, Robinson. Excuse me. It's just when she graphed it all out, it was just a really weird roller coaster and almost symmetry.
It was
between the two parties and how the votes happened. So I don't know that I don't know that there was any tomfoolery. I know that's showing my age, but it's still really odd that that with as much turnout as it appeared to have been, that we still had such that the turnout didn't match the election.
Yeah.
And if everything holds true, if everything is actually the way it is, literally how it happened, the only thing I can say is that I don't think the United States will ever be a country where they are ready for a woman to be president. I think that the misogyny will hold true for the rest of our existence. So the only thing that I can hope for now is aliens.
They already had a black Muslim guy, right?
Yeah.
According to them.
Yeah, according to them. Yeah. He went to church every weekend.
Yeah. Kenyan Muslims, son of a bitch. Then when they saw his mom was white, they're like, taking our women, raping our churches, burning our children.
Like, back to Garrett's point, like,
it was ridiculous.
There was, I mean, I've seen videos even of like where people have gone in and checked their early voting status and then seen that their vote didn't even get counted and there's no record of it. Saw a few people like that happen in Washington State and New Jersey, and it's like, why was there wasn't that big of a number. We had more mail-in votes, more not early voting, but mail-in votes for 2020. So what's the deal? Why did the system that was supposedly beefed up fail?
I still think it's funny that there are people out there that that they made it, you know, based on all of the early turnout that we had, that Donald Trump still is out there saying that he won this election by a landslide. Now, the difference between 312 and 226, you know, the difference is he got Michigan, Pennsylvania. He got Wisconsin. So those were the three that she had to win and he had to lose for her to get the victory, and didn't, you know, it didn't go that way. But the fact that Donald Trump is still out here saying that he won in a landslide victory is what Reagan had in 84. That's a landslide victory. It's just, you know, that you win, you have 400 electoral votes or more. That's a landslide victory. That is absolutely that is a level of winning I don't think we'll ever see in this country.
Well, and the thing that bothers me is that we could scientifically, you have Neil deGrasse Tyson pointing this shit out, or Bashar could point it out. That there's some fucking tomfoolery there, but then you have to introvertly go, I'm not fucking Alex Jones. Yeah. Like, you cannot equate me with Alex Jones and the Gay Frogs. If there's something, but they've set the precedent that Tucker Carlson can just say, like, fucking trans people are the reason that we lost, and you should go hunt them down and, I don't know, see what they got. Like, it's literally like they've set that crazy precedent that if you have legitimate information now, you're like, oh my God, this was stolen. They'd be like, no, go storm the Capitol. That's how you prove it. And like, it's a lose-lose. So you just have to sit back and take the pounding you're getting. Yep. Because it's ridiculous. And I try to go, like, they're not that bad. Then you just hear shit ticking and Fox News hosts being controlling the military. And I don't know. At least here's the silver lining. Matt Gaetz can fuck off and do cameos for the rest of his life. That'll be fantastic.
So
dude, he's doing cameos, and I'm going to pay that $25 to get him to introduce the show.
So
it's going to be great.
That'll be good. I'll just put this out there real quick. So we did get a civic warning on our TikTok feed for talking about the election, and
me and Zach De La Roca, we're both fighting the fucking power.
Well, and here's the craziest thing about that is that, you know, we haven't said anything that's untrue. We haven't said anything that would be considered inaccurate. Right. In fact, everything we've said can be backed up with data from any one of the election websites, whether you go to the state level or the federal level. What it is that we have had a viewer that has come on and has decided, because they don't agree with us, that they have triggered or they have reported us. And ultimately, I think that is the most passive aggressive,
soft.
Soft. It literally, it's the most passive aggressive way of voicing your opinion in without actually, like, put it in the chat. If you disagree, put it in the chat.
Yeah.
You know?
Come at me, bro.
Talk about it.
And also, while we're being watched, we all have very big dongs, and we'll all swear on a stack of Bibles.
Big tags.
Because the Bible's real too. You know, I guess
I'll do a Quran too. Give me the Book of Mormon and throw that in there. You know what? Make a fucking land, air, sea, McDonald's thing out of it. I don't care.
Well,
bring the Torah in.
that was my number one for this year, was Donald Trump winning the 2024 election. So, Stephen, did you have anything that you thought was the number one, or of the two that we said, outside of the two that we pointed out?
Mine will not be quite as serious as those two topics, but I did thought we had the Olympics this year. That was a big thing, and there was the whole start to finish controversy throughout. Some fun moments, some dumb moments. Specifically looking at you, Australian breakdancing. Just fantastic stuff from that. I mean, I never thought I'd hear the words "let's copyright a kangaroo dance," but that's apparently a thing nowadays.
Right.
But yeah, I mean,
you Turkish hitman, clearly just participating.
Oh, no man should be that confident in shooting with both eyes open. I mean, like, ridiculous. But then also just how Australia decided, we're gonna do some beef with y'all over medal count, and we're gonna come up with crazy new ways and keep extending the goalposts on how y'all suck apparently, but we've got 4 gold medals, but we have a population size of a thumbtack. So, we got y'all. We're winning. That's how it works.
Dodge a roo and come back at me.
It was you're absolutely right. Like, this year's Olympics was wrought with just absurd controversies. Like,
to say something when it was held in Russia not a few years ago.
You literally, when it was held in Russia, you literally had Bob Costas suffer one of the most disgusting conjunctivitis pink eyes,
and then it turned out,
it turned out he was taking showers in fecal matter. Like, he was literally taking showers in shit. And
we can't get away from shit water. When it was in Rio, they're like, at least we warned you, don't drink the water.
Yeah, they did. They did give plenty of warning.
Yeah, packs of dogs, and then even when Rio, there was like gang stuff, and they were like,
packs of dogs. That's right.
Oh yeah, the dogs coming into people's bedrooms. Yeah, that was totally normal.
You're right.
Part of the IOC.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
Dude. Thank God you're an Olympian and you can fucking react, because anybody else is screwed.
Russia,
oh no,
the Russia dog.
The covers didn't work. Exactly.
Yeah.
You won the KGB gold medal contest. You out trained dog. Good. That's fucking great.
Pay no attention to the drug cartel. Worry about the drinking water.
Yeah. Fucking dogs.
Absolutely insane. Like,
the one guy just got humped. He was fine. Bob Costas, and just shit right into his face like a shotgun.
And you know what? And I think
this is not good for me right now.
I think he still made it on air at least 90% of his scheduled appearances during that.
He's just like heavily like
just this. It was.
Should have just given him 2 NBC Pirate Eye patches. And he still did better than Colin Joust.
Bob's going to wear these new night vision. Yeah, exactly. Bob's going to wear fucking Apple Vision. Bob's wearing a MetaQuest 2. Yeah, tune in.
Y'all remember at the closing ceremonies, we had Tom Cruise do one of his Mission Impossible stunts.
That was fantastic. I'll do anything Tom Cruise asks me. I'll follow Lord Xenu. That is the man.
Look, the fact that he did that, because it was obviously a promotion for Mission Impossible 9 or 8 or whatever, Dead Reckoning Part 2. And the fact that he did it a year before the movie even comes out, like that's commitment. That is a level of commitment that I don't think I've seen in a lot of actors.
He's kind of just an adrenaline
any
junkie.
Actor that I could go to and be like,
him just get his rocks off.
He's like, no, CGI's for bitches. Let me hang on to the plane.
Do I have it in my movie coming out?
Any actor you can go to.
I'm just gonna do it. In my movie.
Any actor you go to, be like, kickstart a dirt bike.
Say that.
Any actor you go to, be like, kickstart a dirt bike. Even Chris Pratt be like, Well, how do I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just like kickstart a dirt bike and you'll be my favorite actor. Tom Cruise would kickstart it on the first fucking kick, pop a wheelie down it, and kiss your mother across the finish line. Like, just like Tom Cruise knows what he's doing. He's about that fucking action.
Yeah.
He will do it.
That stunt from the first Dead Reckoning, where he took the bike off of the end of that ramp
mountain.
Yeah,
thing?
it was a mountain, but it was a ramp. They CGI'd the mountain into it, or whatever. But like, to find out that they did that stunt some 26 times is just like they went.
I got mad about the wasting of the dirt bikes.
Yeah, that was
at some point you're like, this is gratuitous, Tom.
But yeah, they did. I don't remember how many times exactly they did the stunt. 26 is not an accurate number.
Listen, the power of Christ is great, but the power of Xenu makes you fucking jump a mountain 26 times.
and it was a good movie. Like, it was a good movie. Like,
they're all good.
I watch it. I watch it on replay at least twice a year already.
That's me with Tom.
Maybe more.
I bet Tom Cruise, if he knew like a nuke was getting detonated, he would run. He would be like, I can outrun the blast. I'm like, go, Tom.
At one point in
the
time,
power of Xenu moves you. Go.
He's going to do some kind of ridiculous motorcycle stunt where he lands it, gets off the bike, Ghost walks the bike, and then Ghost runs the bike. That's going to be the final Tom Cruise shot with explosions going on in the background. Yeah, just him
he's going to race the
explosion bike.
The bike's too slow. He continues on foot faster. Yeah, that's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, man, I completely forgot the Olympics were even this year. The fact that the opening ceremonies for the Olympics was just a complete onslaught of like the worst weather that France has seen, that Paris has seen in like 10 years, and they still put this thing on, including. Not to discount the guy that was sitting there playing the piano in the rain. Like, they didn't even have somebody to stand over him with an umbrella. But it's like, well, the piano's getting wet anyway, so he's just going to sit there in the rain the whole time.
Well, we didn't have cameras back when they originally started the Olympics, but I'm going to go out on a break to say Gojira's Olympic fucking song intro was amazing.
Yeah,
the Marie Antoinette stuff.
Yeah,
with all the severed heads. Like, oh. That was rad.
It was a step above.
Thank you, Macron. We wanted medal. French medal is rad.
Those opening ceremonies, first 3 days, I mean, you had Christians just going nuts because, for one, you got the Bacchus. But that was the depiction of the Last Supper. And then at the same time, Deadpool came out, and, you got Marvel Jesus. So it wasn't a good way to be a Christian there. Got to walk out on the movies.
It wasn't at all. Like, so I know you didn't read the Bible. You saw some paintings of Anglo-Saxon Christ, but this fucker's blue. That's Dionysus. Like, Christ isn't blue in any version of it. Even the ones they found in the caves that just go against everything you're talking about. Whatever. Yeah, blue. Yeah. Jesus is now blue in my eyes. I love it.
Damn Disney and their
and he likes wine.
That was bluey everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta love blue.
God damn, did Disney have a hand in this? Goddamn blue Jesus.
Before we go to Zach's next one, I'll just say this. So one of my neighbors has probably an 8 foot tall, and 6 foot wide bluey in their front yard for Christmas.
Awesome.
That is blue. Awesome. The body is all lit up. So the hands and the hands and the body are all lit up, but the eyes aren't.
So they're dark. Soulless Bluey.
And then Bluey's holding clearly what looks like a list. Like he's holding something in his hand that's all red.
No, Bluey, that's fentanyl. No.
Bluey's death note.
Australia's fentanyl problem. I am very excited to see that there is going to be a feature-length Bluey movie. I think that's
Tell Dad cool. I loved him. Tell Bingo I was always there.
All right, Zach, what do you got up next?
Oh, my next one. The UAP hearings.
All right, let's go.
Yeah. So they had it wasn't Lieutenant Favor again, but they had Lou Elizondo back.
Yeah.
For the first time, Mr. Lou Elizondo. There has been biological specimens, if I use the correct literature.
NHIs, right? Non-human intelligence.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
See, I think we suffer from some non-human intelligence, like here on the planet all the time. A lot of them voted 49% of them voted the other direction.
What if the aliens were the dumb ones? They're like, we were given these and they rock. We don't fly them well because we crash them. And you can see us. We turn the headlights on a lot by accident. I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
you have enough people come in front of Congress. There's two possibilities: they're right, or Congress is fucking nuts for hearing them.
Yeah. Like sometimes I think that Congress operates purely on a what is going to get us the highest ratings on C-SPAN.
Oh, and Marco Rubio's in there, so I don't fucking know what's going on.
Because I mean, like if you're giving, I don't want to say you're giving credence to something that may not potentially be real. Oh, here we go. Your live is not eligible for recommendation and restricted in search results because your live does not comply with the For You feed eligibility standards. So there you go.
We didn't even have to say the N word.
Well, no, we're not gonna say that. Zach.
Not that we would. That was enough.
Somebody reported us. That's essentially what happens.
It was Gamehawks sound like Gamecocks.
Yeah, better than them cockeyes.
So the whole UAP UAP thing from a federal level was, yeah, I know, I rolled right past it. Was just, it's crazy.
Sorry, I needed a minute.
I can't. You know, the fact that they're giving any sort of attention to something that could be potentially just racked up there is the same things you'd find in old magazines of the Daily News. No, the Daily News is the Daily News a legitimate
the Daily Bugle.
source?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Spider-Man. I want pictures of aliens. Goddammit.
But like, you know, they talk about alien abductions and things like that, and then this year has just been wrought with it, especially lately because of the whole UAPs and drones.
It's got people looking up at the least, right? In New Jersey, for the first time in their lives, looked up and they're like, "Fucking drones, eh? What the fuck is this?"
You know, it'd be
like,
nice. If you're in New Jersey and you're looking up through the sky, it'd be nice if we could see some stars out here. Oh,
throw a fucking cannoli at it. Fucking teach it a lesson. Yeah, just fucking. The dumbest people have shit flying over them, and it's hysterical. Literally the dumbest fucking state that could have shit flying. Fuck with New Jersey, because of course, you know what? They probably been flying those things for 5 fucking years, and they finally were like, "Holy shit!" Like, just like that had to be it, right? Like down here, we saw that weather balloon. We're like, we look for shit in the sky to shoot all the time in South Carolina.
Oh, for sure.
We saw that balloon. We saw it when they blew it up.
Hunting season in South Carolina usually goes several weeks longer than it's supposed to because of the fact that people just like shooting at stuff in the sky.
New Jersey's just full of looking people in the eye too aggressively and then talking about their fucking family. Yeah. And then finally one of them looked up and like, we should fucking look up, dude. There's fucking stuff up there. Yeah.
So confession time. Did you guys go out and try and see any drones at any point?
I've been looking.
I mean, yeah. I always look up.
I always look up. The one time I was looking up and actually saw something, it was Starlink, and I was like, what the fuck is that? Oh yeah,
Starlink's pretty cool to see flying across.
Like Keith came out and his wife, and they're like, it's fucking aliens. And I was like, time out. This looks like fucking Starlink. I'm very excited. My blood pressure's up because it is not normal. And then I was like, yes, it's Starlink. And I just show everybody, we all come down and we're like, kind of fuck Elon Musk though, right? Like, yeah, that's cool, but fuck him.
I'll admit, like I went looking. I mean, I didn't go driving anywhere, but I live close enough.
You saw you saw a thing.
Yeah. Ooh, we can talk about that. So Zach,
I've only seen a thing once in my life.
Zach and I went to the Greenwood County Democratic Party breakfast back in August of 2023. We rode out there together. I dropped Zach back off at his car. And then as I'm on the way back, I am driving down Old Two Notch Road here in Lexington. And out of nowhere, probably only 40 or 50 feet up above the trees, just this silver dash goes flying past. And I say a dash because to call it a TikTok or a Tic Tac would be pretty close to the shape, but the speed.
We had not been talking about UFOs.
No, we haven't talked about it at all. Like, and I think this is the first time I brought it up since I called you and told you about it.
Yeah.
But just above the tree line, like 50 so feet up, something the size of like a minivan that was silver and flew past fast enough that it wasn't elongated or anything, but it was just a blur. I was going this direction, and it was coming this way. It was
And when that happens and you run through your rational possibilities, you just sit there stunned for a minute, like, all right, your brain just has to go like, how do I rationalize what the fuck I just saw? Because I saw one at Myrtle Beach that was like an orb in the middle of the night, and I was like, is that a goddamn balloon? And then it went like it flipped on itself and just disappeared. I was like, what the fuck did I just see? And I remember just sitting on the porch like, no, I have no. And when you called me, I could tell. I was like, what's wrong?
Yeah.
You're like, I fucking saw a thing. And I was like, yeah.
Y'all just
and for the life of me, like I think I called you probably like a minute or two after it happened, because when it initially happened, it wasn't like rationally. I was trying to go through everything that possibly could have been. Was it like one of those Mylar balloons? Then the wind is, maybe the wind is fast right now. So I was going through everything I possibly could, and I was like, nope, doesn't make any sense. It's kind of like when you see those when there's heavy headwinds and you see an airplane's coming in to take a landing, and it looks like it's just sitting at, it's just sitting in the air, like it's not going anywhere, but because your relative motion and its relative motion are, but
and you caught it at the right point to notice it.
Yeah,
because any other day you would have just drove by it.
Yeah, but we hadn't even talked about UFOs or aliens or anything like that, and we had an hour-long drive out to Greenwood, hour-long drive back, never discussed it at all, and then out of nowhere it was just what happened. So. And
I was like, why did I get out of the car this time? Why couldn't it fucking shown up like when I was with you?
You should have parked at my house. Y'all
just don't tell Marjorie.
But then it would have never worked out.
Right? But don't tell Marjorie Taylor Greene it's going to be
space laser. Yeah, this Jewish space lasers. She was like, yeah, I've seen them. They had a laser attached, right? Fucking big Star of David on the hood.
Yarmulke on the back, yeah.
Nope. Yeah, exactly. It actually was wearing a hat, Marjorie, the biggest hat ever, 6 meters around at least circumference.
It gave me the best concealment fish of my life.
Huge. It tried to circumcise me. I ran away.
A flight, yeah. Yeah. Marjorie Taylor Greene won her seat back, which is always astonishing.
Yeah, that's why I don't really care to go to Georgia.
You're drinking that Bob Costas.
It's I visited. Yeah, that's right. I visit Georgia as often as I have to, if I'm being honest. That's
she made the Bob Costas water.
Oh, she
bottles it now.
A state that saved us with Stacey Abrams. That was just a movement of the good people. Like, enough's enough. That took a lot to do. Brian Kemp, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Let's just keep that going.
Yeah.
Like, God damn it! It just takes showing up in your political ads with a shotgun,
right? Yeah,
a pickup truck, and we ain't goddamn took her gerbs. Like, that's all the fuck you have to do to win in Georgia. Yeah. That's where we should run, Barrett. Let's run in Georgia.
Good call.
You would, yeah. Here's the problem with running in Georgia. One, you have to live there. Two, you're the likelihood of winning in Georgia is unless you're like in.
I'm sure there's fjords on Lake Lanier you can hut by.
Yeah, technically, yeah, they're just coves. But fjords have a standard, man. Let's
God damn it, Barrett! I'll build you a fjord.
You're gonna dig me out a fjord.
All y'all act fucking Finnish. Yeah.
Let's see. So this is going to be the hardest segue I've ever made, but from UFOs to artificial intelligence. So my second one was AI technology hit a tipping point in 2024, transforming industries and everyday life. Companies integrated AI into their core operations, with self-driving cars becoming commonplace in cities like San Francisco, reducing traffic incidents and emissions. AI-generated art now, writing and music sparked both wonder and concern about its impact on creative industries. Business used AI for decision-making, streamlining operations, and enhancing customer experiences. However, this rapid integration raised ethical and regulatory concerns, including fears about job displacement and privacy concerns. Public discourse increasingly focused on how to balance innovation with responsibility, making AI one of the defining technology shifts of this century. So have we moved from the information age into the artificial intelligence age?
I think the people who are mad at AI are the people who weren't good at the thing that AI is doing already. People who are like, AI can make art. An artist is like, fucking, that's cool. You can do it telling it what to do. Did you realize it has 9 fingers on a hand? Because AI ain't fucking perfect. But, like, even music. it's not writing you a fucking hit.
No.
AI can come in. AI is a very good correction course. You give it your shitty drawing and see what it could do. At least you could have a little humanity in it. But it's literally just improved. Like you can't write the Canterbury Tales. Neither can AI. But AI can fix your shitty Canterbury Tales. But the paperclip from Microsoft's been trying to help you do that for a while anyway. It's not fucking Skynet. It's not dangerous. I don't know.
It's crazy. It's gotten to the point where they've started like buying nuclear plants to like run this, like Microsoft buying 3 Mile Island back just a few months ago. I mean, we got Mr. Burns now running AI at this point.
What you got that Ryzen 7 7900 nuclear? Jesus Christ, what are we doing here? Why do you have to cool fucking AI that hard?
Cisco Systems,
I bet it's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I think the likelihood is that those the servers farms and to be able to have all of that machine learning and like literally rewriting its own code to take on new information and things like that, it's got to eat up a ton of electricity. And honestly, if Microsoft's buying up 3 Mile Island and they're going to operate that to keep it, cooling systems in place for it, I mean, nuclear regulatory, efficiency and things like that. Nuclear power just keeps getting better, and I don't know where you guys stand on it, but if they were to put a nuclear power plant, because safety is not really an issue with these things with these plants anymore. We have artificial intelligence to make sure that checks are in place and things like that. That
it would take a wild amount of like existential entropy to fucking just. To do something about it.
Yeah.
I think it's funny that you just lean back and go, you thought Mexicans were taking your job? Fucking iPads are taking your goddamn job.
That's right.
Like, it's fucking fantastic. And guess what? Your boy fucking Elon Musk, his cars are the smartest motherfuckers on the road. They're dumb. The dumb people are dumb. We're just moving right into idiocracy with the computers coming. They don't even have the will to kill us. They just want to manipulate us. They don't even have the Skynet like code of conduct. Like Skynet's like murder them. This AI is just like use them. Fuck.
That's right.
Use them.
Yeah.
Why would you kill them?
Yeah. That's how you know how non-intelligent Data was on Star Trek, because if he had been allowed the algorithms available to him, he'd have taken over that ship.
Yeah. Data, write me a song. That motherfucker have been worn out.
Still really good. I still.
Why is it always about a cat, Data? God damn it.
I'm gonna give a little insight into some of the conversations that Zach and I have when we're texting each other. We both admitted to crying in at least one of the last 4 Star Trek movies.
Oh, for sure.
I have. I'm
Mine
there with y'all.
Was, and I'll just, I will just say it. The most emotional movie, or the most emotional movie moment for me in a Star Trek movie was Captain Kirk's death in Generations, because he literally looks up at Picard and he says, "That was fun," and then the second that he dies,
fun.
With the second that he dies, he just goes, "Oh my." And then he's gone. And it was like, that has got to be, for me, one of the greatest movie deaths of all time. And only Bill Shatner could pull that off. Like,
well, it's only overshadowed by Spock's death.
Which time? Oh, which?
Yeah, when he was in the chamber with the radiation.
Yeah. But it very,
classic. They bring him back.
It very quickly went from Spock's death to Kirk's rage.
God.
So, like, to segue a bit,
don't forget they also made a movie where he fucking talks to whales.
Oh, that's true. I'm actually listening to an audiobook about that ties in Star Trek 4 to like 3 different generations of Star Trek. It just came out a couple of months ago. But yeah, they go.
What?
Yeah, it literally starts out with a podcaster trying to find out the disappearance of Dr. Julian from the 4th movie, and it leads up into modern time with like cryogenics and all that kind of stuff. It's insane. But going back to Star Trek and AI, have you all seen
transparent aluminum?
Yeah, they bring up that. That's in there. That's in the book. But have you all seen Unification yet? The fan film? They've essentially
No, I haven't.
Check it out. It's worth a view. Essentially, they let it's
I
no
will.
speaking lines, but they let Kirk have one last time with Spock, and it's kind of done kind of in that Generations. I don't know if it's in the Nexus ribbon, but yeah, they all of it's AI for the most part because they did a lot of digital face scans. But Sam Witwer actually plays Kirk in the film, so it's a nice little tie-in with Star Wars and Star Trek. There, it was pretty well done.
And if you have emotional ties to Kirk or Spock or even like Kirk's son,
Well, was it Sam Witwer that plays Spock?
He plays Kirk, so they did like
no, he's Kirk.
No shit.
But they do a face. They put Shatner's face over him.
Me and Barrett know that guy.
Yeah, we met him.
Sam's.
He
I'd
was
love
super
to meet
cool.
him. Voice of them all.
But yeah, if you watch Unification, it's out there on YouTube. I'll link it. I'll even link in the show notes. It was fan. I like when it initially started, I was a little taken back. I wasn't sure where it was going, but then like it gets to where Kirk is walking into the chamber where Spock is, basically about to die, and it is, it's pretty much perfect. I mean, it will.
Now I'm more mad that I hadn't watched it and we interviewed Sam Witwer and you let me walk in knowing I could fucking deep cut and ask him how he felt about it.
I don't think they had filmed it yet. I think they did this in the last like 3 or 4 months.
Did they?
Yeah, it's only been out for a
Steven,
couple months.
is that true? Is he lying to me?
No, that's true.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so I didn't know about this when we went to Comic-Con. So
I just asked him about Deacon St. James from the zombie game. Fucking amazing.
I would have had to fight asking him every Battlestar
Sam Witwer
question
was
out there.
cool, though.
Dude, him and what was the other guy's name?
Which
Oh
one?
God,
There were a lot of them.
Matthew Wood. So him and Matthew Wood, dude, they do every single voice in every movie, every stormtrooper, every battle droid, every side conversation you hear are Sam Witwer and Matthew Wood. Even have you seen the new T-86s? In every movie they do. Have you seen the new T-87s? Have you seen the new T-85s? They do that. In every movie, it's like their inside joke that you're going to hear a stormtrooper ask about the new T-80 somethings. And I was like, God damn, Sam Witwer, you're just here. Like fucking the dude has cemented himself into Star Wars legacy. And Steven is like, we are Trekkies and Star Wars nerds.
That's fair.
At the same time.
No wrong to be both.
I enjoy Star Wars for the stories. I think that you would not want me in a Star Wars trivia bar contest.
I would nail that before. I've seen every episode of the original series and Next Generation, and that would be my limit.
That's fair.
But Star Wars, I could probably nail most of it.
Have you seen the Skeleton Crew yet?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to Star Wars Goonies. I just
fun.
want a little more episodes to come out.
Yeah,
It has been fun.
Yeah, I haven't watched that
Is it-
yet.
Jude Law, sexy as
what
always.
else happened this year? I will just throw this out there. This is the year that we got a new Dexter series.
Did
No, you don't like it? Or Zach, you just not
No.
a Dexter fan?
If it's not Michael C. Hall with a wig playing his 18-year-old self, I don't like it.
So it is. Michael C. Hall is narrating the show, and the show opens up at the end of the Dexter series, the most recent Dexter, the recent Dexter series, where
I thought it was a prequel.
so it is a prequel. But what it does is it opens up. So at the end of the Dexter series, spoiler alert. The end.
Steve, did you watch Dexter?
I have. It's been a while, but I have.
Yeah.
So at the end of so you had the whole Dexter series that was like 6 or 7 series that on Showtime that one ended, and then we had the Dexter series where he took off and lived as a logger out in Montana or something like that. The end of that,
My dark passenger likes cutting wood.
yeah. So the end of that series ended with his son shooting and killing him, but we don't know for sure that he died. We just know that his son shot him. So
I
this,
knocked it off after he was banging his sister.
he did never bang his sister. Never.
Deborah.
But it's his stepsister or his adopted sister. He wasn't really. Anyway, okay, so I'm explaining.
He wouldn't have cared, would he?
He's
Uh,
not Jamie
yeah.
Lannister.
No, he wouldn't.
Dexter, that series ended with him being that series ended with him being shot by his son, Harrison. And so this new series opens up with him on an operating table where he's gonna die from this gunshot wound, but then he flashes back. And so he's alive. He's just he's rehashing through his adolescence.
It's that near death. You visit you see your life flash in front of your eyes, kind of thing going on.
But Christian Slater is fantastic as Harry.
Hey son, you shouldn't kill people unless you tell me.
He's really good as Dexter or as Harry Morgan as Dexter's dad.
I was in Broken Arrow with John Travolta. Christian Slater, I just can't take him fucking seriously. He looks like he's sucking on a fucking warhead or something every time.
That's always
I don't disagree. Yeah. Broken Arrow. I did rewatch Broken Arrow. I rewatched that again, and it's just as good now as it was, 20 years ago.
Not great.
I mean, as good as it was 20 years ago.
Hey, man, we lost a nuclear warhead. If you're not going to get on board, you better hide in the bottom of the roomy compartments of this fucking B-52. Nope, not a B-52. It's a stealth bomber, so there's nowhere to fucking hide.
Yeah.
Grab the wheel on the landing gear and let's go.
Look, Howie Long as an actor, not good at all.
You'd be afraid if you had to fight him, but you'd be like, I think I could get one in on him.
Yeah. Well, Howie Long behind the desk doing NFL Sunday Football on Fox, also not good.
Still not good.
Yeah.
Not good at all.
You can tell he's fucking like, you were a good football player. Yeah, I was. I don't smell anymore.
I was trying to figure out who's going to replace. Who is Gronkowski there to replace? And I thought at first, he's obviously there.
The guy we need opinions from.
Yeah, he's obviously there to replace Bradshaw.
Bradshaw, Terry.
He's there to replace Terry Bradshaw. But I'm thinking he might be there to replace Howie Long because Bradshaw.
I lost respect for Terry Bradshaw when he was like, yeah, the Duck Dynasty guy smelled like fucking dicks and ass, and he almost outthrew me on the football field if you wouldn't quit fucking hunting. I was like, Terry Bradshaw must have not been that good for Phil, the fucking Duck Dynasty guy, to come out there covered in duck dicks and just throw the pigskin around. If it wasn't for hunting, he'd whoop my ass. You could have had damn Phil Robertson out there going like, Jesus Christ in football. Gone.
I don't think Walmart
Terry
None of those guys. Michael Strahan's an asshole.
Yeah. Jimmy Johnson's got to be leaving at some point.
Remember when I was at Miami? They do. That's all they fucking remember.
I think you'll get rid of Jimmy Johnson, Terry Bradshaw, and Lee Corso. Those three will probably all.
Dude, Lee Corso's fucking weekends at Bernie's.
Yeah, that's exactly
it. You got to put a fucking helmet on this fucking. He grabs a hat and puts it on backwards and fucking fucking spinning Beva's fucking head around on him.
Obviously, Pat McCaffrey is there to replace Lee Corso, right? Like that's the plan.
Yeah, but that dude's a fucking maniac too.
He's a maniac, but I like him. Like
I guess
I don't think
I've ever seen any.
Chalamet.
Yeah, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone.
He asked Timothy to marry him after that.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone associated with ESPN the way that Pat McCaffrey is, with as charitable as he is. Like he.
Well, Pat McAfee, like the thing about him that trips me out is like they were in LSU and he goes, apparently if you do this thing, ooh, and all of LSU's fans are like, suck that Tiger dick, bitch. And he has like no qualms with the FCC. They're like, yeah, Pat McAfee's not a goddamn $1 million liability on ESPN's game day.
Well, ESPN's cable access and streaming. So what difference does it make? They can't get in trouble for it. So
yeah, be fair. I stream it. I don't even look at it over the airwaves. Get out of here, FCC.
That's right.
But remember, it was supposed to be Robert Griffin III.
Well, we got time for 7 questions.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Well, that turns out he was black and white at the same time.
Zach,
why do you talk like that? He's like, I'm from fucking Texas. Shit.
Well, Zach, to answer your question, yes, we do have time for 7 questions.
Steven, are you ready for 7 questions?
I am. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Steve's going to give us the best fucking answers.
All right, here we go.
I already know it.
Steven, first of the 7 questions. What was the last thing that you Googled?
Ooh. Haley Welch, unfortunately, and I'm sorry to say that. That hurts my soul. Looking up Hawk Tua coin failing and trying to get some more insights on what's going on with that. Get on the internet for a week.
Dude, I've recently Googled Haley Welch because when it said Haley Welch's coin fails, I said, who the fuck is Haley Welch? And I was like, just call her Hawk Tua, girl.
Yeah.
I didn't know who the fuck they were talking about.
Kills my soul a little bit that we know her name.
What is the opinion on that? Is she the mastermind behind like a huge grift, or is she the victim of someone else taking advantage of her name.
I think somebody.
An idiot can tie a knot that 10 genies can undo.
Yeah. I think somebody probably gave her some really bad advice, and she was. I mean, that 5 minutes of fame only goes so far with, like she was trying to get, like she was getting some good podcast hosts, but at the same time, you are the world's best Alvin and the Chipmunk impersonator, so it's only going to get you so far.
This is as far as this has gotten me. So blessings to Bashar, by the way, just to make sure I throw that in there.
Barrett, Hawk Tua is a spiritual stance.
Anywho, I'll see you guys later. I'm going to bed.
All right, second question. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
I would probably, let's think of someone's, the typical answers here would be like super strength, pyrokinesis, just so I could let my little inner arsonist. Okay. Because nobody can prove arson. It's the hardest.
Everybody says telepathy, so you've adjacently gone into the telepathy category.
Yeah, I think I still I don't remember what my original answer is, but I'm leaning towards what I guess sort of a mixture of just Jean Grey and the Phoenix. I think to have her powers would probably be
without all the inner turmoil.
Yeah, well, you know, a good therapist. Whatever.
Well, see, my thing is like I said fly, and I still stick to it. You just see my stupid ass flying through the air like
it's a drone.
There goes Zach off to his 9 to 5. It's just a fat guy who's real happy.
All right.
The government would shoot me down.
Question number 3. If your life were a movie, what would the title be?
Random with nothing.
Oh, all right. That's good.
I like that.
That doesn't give much away in the title, which means people will probably stick through to the end, as long as it's...
Well, Barrett, we have nothing in our title too, so I think he's right on fucking board.
You're absolutely correct. All right, number 4. If you could eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, easy, bacon wrapped scallops. Not even a question. Just shoot them in my mouth like
those are tasty.
I think I can get on board with some bacon wrapped scallops.
Meat
that would
candy.
be pretty good. I don't know.
Barrett's answer: dicks.
Wow. Find a way to edit that out. Giving all of it away, Zach. Question number 5. What is your least favorite candy and why?
Almond Joy. Because who wants to eat coconuts and nuts? I want to hate on it some.
Fuck you, Steven. I regret having you on.
Yes.
Let me turn this off.
Is that your favorite candy? Yes.
No, almond joys are goddamn disgusting.
I mean, the next one up was the Take 5.
That's like eating reindeer shit.
Who wants to pay for pretzels and your damn candy?
I can get down with a Take 5. We're not Baby Ruth, but we got nuts.
All right.
The only thing that could be worse is like someone's like, I like a zero bar, and everyone's like, what the fuck is that?
That was the
zero bar.
Yeah. What? I can't remember what's in a zero bar, but
they say there's nuts in there, but there's not.
It's just chocolate and nougat.
I think I ate chocolate. When you're done, you just have the wrapper. You're like,
why do I feel compelled to go to a Smashing Pumpkins concert?
I don't. My grandma used to have boxes of zero bars. I don't think I've ever seen one in a fucking store. They're like, where are your zero bars? They're like, what?
I've seen them. I've seen zero bars at the store.
They tried to scan it when you check out. They're like, we don't have it. This isn't even registered. Just take it with you, I guess.
Do the zero bars have any? Is there any connection between Zero and Smashing Pumpkins?
Oh God, he probably played his guitar with one at one time.
Yeah.
Despite all my rage, I still got these zero bars in my pocket. They're melting.
All right, number 6. What is one strange?
The world is a zero bar.
What is one strange or unusual talent that you have?
I can talk to cats. I speak their language.
You can talk to cats.
It's all about the and the little. That's all you got to do. You got to do the right clicks. It's Morse code. Comes out right every time. A lot of SOSs though, and that's.
We gotta make a documentary to sell to Discovery so we can get that uppity bastard Caesar Milan in his place. Dogs are easy. Cats.
Tiger King already stole my thunder
They don't call it herding cats for nothing.
Yeah, but those are tigers. They can kill you. You can get scratched by a cat. You'll be insured.
All right, last question. If you could have dinner with any three people, dead or alive, who would they be?
Spock, Kurt, that guy who...
James Earl Jones. Sean... No, not Sean Connery. Fuck that guy. Love Sean Connery's movies, but God, he comes off so sexist all the time.
I like to hit women.
Yeah. So James Earl Jones,
Smack 'em.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and let's pick somebody that's still alive. Mark Hamill.
Okay. All right.
Mark Hamill would be fantastic.
Yeah, I think he'd be a really good dinner. I think James Earl Jones would have some amazing stories, and I'd be constantly sitting there looking at RBG going like, you could have retired. You could have retired.
Do you think
that's what I want?
Yeah, no, for sure. I'd be like, God damn it, you were this close. Yeah. Could you imagine if you did have dinner with Sean Connery and be like, why did you hit women? He's like, before I hit them, I suddenly remember my Charlemagne. And he just gave him one.
It's louder than the sword. This is his fist.
That is a
goddamn Indiana. Henry.
That, my friend, is a very deep cut. That is.
I suddenly remember my Charlemagne.
That was Sean Connery's
those were good.
Talk to birds.
Stephen, thank you for that's right.
I shall yell at these birds and I hit this one.
That's good. Well, Stephen, thank you very much for being on the show with us. It has been fun, and I think the likelihood is that we're going to be seeing more of you over the course of the next however long Zach decides that he needs away, or Zach sneaks onto the show. I have a feeling.
Steve, I'm going to bring you this laptop once my kids are born, and I need you to fill in for me.
All right.
You're going to have a microphone and everything.
My name is Greg Wing, and I'm on here. Let's do this.
So, just as a warning, everyone's going to be seeing more of Stephen on the All About Nothing podcast. So that is what you have to look forward to in 2024. Zach is not gone. He is temporarily indisposed with
Steve's
gonna be like, what did you get me into? And I was like, I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm pulling your ass out of cryo freeze. I don't care.
All right.
What year is it?
All right, Zach and Steven, we're gonna my cheeks hurt from laughing. So if I don't apply the Tylenol directly to the skin, then chances are I won't recover.
Put the Tylenol on the skin
directly to the forehead, Barrett,
or you'll never smile again.
You should stretch that hole next time you use it.
That is going to do it for episode number 235 and 2024. That's it. That's it. There's nothing left.
No, this is the end.
It turned out to be 2024 turned out to be one of the most surprising years, and we're sorry for what role we played.
Grand Theft Auto next year, so we'll just talk about that when it happens.
Yeah. Fuck.
I'll be playing it on the Xbox mad, looking at my PC like, fuck. 2026.
Yeah, so 2025, we have Grand Theft Auto to look forward to, as well as an NCAA college football, and I don't know what else.
Yeah,
a Superman movie
in perpetuity
by James Gunn.
Yes, the trailer, the full. We got a teaser today. Then we get the full teaser tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm excited. I look forward to Superman. I look forward to a new DCEU. What's the new
ECU?
Oh no, he did say Peacemaker is canon except for when the Justice League showed up, which was the funniest part of all.
Hilarious. That was so good. So yeah, we get another Peacemaker season. So that's exciting.
I'm down with that too.
All right, that's going to do it for episode number 235. Links to past episodes, podcast platforms, merchandise, and social media are all available at our website, theallaboutnothing.com. And if you think our financial model of giving away free content and entertainment is silly and you're in the giving mood, why not become an official Nothinger? Support the show monthly. Members get early access to this episode as well as exclusive content, or you can make a one-time donation through the same link. If you'd like to be a part of the show, you can call and leave a message, 803-672-0533. You can email the show at theallaboutnothing.com, or you can join our Discord server. Links are available at theallaboutnothing.com. Thank you, everybody, for listening, watching. You all stay safe, be kind, and
keep your hands to yourself.
Wish upon a star.
The All About Nothing podcast is produced and engineered by me, Barrett Gruber. Thanks to Cake for our intro music, Sick of You. You can follow everything Cake the band at cakemusic.com. Thanks to Muff the producer for our outro music. You can follow Muff on Instagram at Muff the producer. I am Barrett Gruber. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Barrett Gruber or visit my linktree /Barrett Gruber. Want to support the show? Visit our webpage, theallaboutnothing.com, and become a member. There are several tiers available, including memberships that give you early access to episodes as well as exclusive content. Visit theallaboutnothing.com. To find links to our social media, merchandise, and past episodes, visit theallaboutnothing.com. If you'd like to be heard on the show, you can call and leave us a message. Dial 803-672-0533. If the time between these episodes is more than you can handle, check out our partner podcast. Zach and I host What the Pod Was That with Carrie Simmons. Visit whatthepodwasthat.com for links and details. Me takes a deep dive down the rabbit hole in episodes of Welcome to Wonderland. Available on all the podcast platforms. Visit WTWLpod.com for details. As well, you can listen to the political and social conversation between Dr. Jamela Brooks and Bill Himmler on Black, White, and Blue in the South. Available wherever you listen to podcasts. Please subscribe and share this show. If you're on YouTube, please like and hit the notification bell. Thank you for listening. The preceding podcast is a product of Big Media and copyright 2024, all rights reserved.